This game is categorized as an MMO? No. Anyone that categorizes Duet Night Abyss as an MMO does not know what an MMO is. I'm sorry, it's not an MMO. Not at all. Okay, so I've been playing this for 2 days now. The reset hasn't happened yet, but it's been 2 days. I've so far made it to account level 26. I've been having fun, right? I've been having a lot of fun. Not everyone has been, and that is perfectly okay. What I want to do though, is kind of go through my general thoughts, the general thoughts of the community, and then take a look at what they have done to address some of the concerns of the community. I made a tweet last night after streaming for a few hours at launch where I stated, Duet Night Abyss has launched to mixed reviews across social media. I've been enjoying it, but not everyone has been. That's totally fine. Not every game is for every player. And then here are the common sentiments from players after 1 day of the game being live. Y'all are more than welcome. This is, it says on the site that it's an MMO. This is not an MMO. This is not an MMO. You don't play Duet Night Abyss with hundreds of people out in the world. I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Duet Night Abyss is not an MMO. Y'all are welcome to give your thoughts, though, as we go through each of these topics. It has gotten almost 50,000 views, almost 1,000 likes so far, had almost 100 comments. MMO means massively multiplayer online. Yeah, exactly. You should be seeing a lot of players out in the world. You're seeing none. This is not an MMO. The tweet looks very accurate with the pros and cons. Yes. So these right here are the common sentiments. These are not, I saw a few people did misconstrue this and they were like, you're saying these are the positives and you're saying these are the negative. This is what I've compiled. Like the general sentiment that I've compiled. Now the positive, people said the graphics looked great on PC. They do. They really do. They look fantastic on PC. The combat is smooth and fluid. I also agree with that. I have no issues with any of the combat animations. The voice acting is fantastic. They use the same voice cast as like Wuthering Waves, as Reverse 1999. So in that instance, I also agree the voice acting is very good. There's no character gacha, which is fantastic, and I think has only elevated the game. The monetization is for cosmetics only, which I also agree with. The fact that you can get all the outfits and everything and you purchase them and you roll for them with gacha and stuff like that is so much better than having character gacha. There's the fact that there's no stamina for grinding, meaning you can continue to grind as frequently as you want, is fantastic. I think all the customization options for the character, or each individual character, since you can equip accessories, back accessories, like waist, like head accessories, everything everywhere is phenomenal. And there are a plethora of outfits, because there really are. And the fact that each character can wear each respective outfit is so cool, dude. Unbelievably cool. Now, here were the negatives. The poor graphics on mobile. I've seen the graphics on mobile. They are definitely not up to par, not up to the PC standard. The optimization on mobile is terrible. I've seen a lot of people complaining that they either can't play on mobile or that the optimization on mobile is not very good. The combat seems to lack a little weight and is floaty. I think that's more an issue with specific characters than anything else. I don't think that's necessarily like an issue with every character. I think there are certain characters that just kind of feel like they lack weight when they actually collide and interact with an enemy or the environment. The story is underwhelming. I actually think the story is fine. I don't think the story is great. I think with enough time to cook the story, to flesh out the characters and to flesh out the world, the story could be a lot better. Genshin 1.0's story wasn't great. Wuwa's 1.0 story wasn't great. Hope or assuming and expecting a gacha game, because this was developed as a gacha game, remember. It was not a gacha game, or it's not a gacha game right now with gacha characters, but it was designed as a gacha game, so the story was also told as the gacha games are. So you have to look at it from the perspective of it being a gacha game. I think the story for a gacha game is fine. It's average, it's okay, but they definitely have time to cook, definitely have a lot of potential here to expand on it and for it to be a lot better. You can queue up with people, which makes it an MMO. You can queue up with people in Overwatch too, and Marvel Rivals. It doesn't mean it's an MMO. This is a 1.0 story. Not a lot of 1.0 stories are peak. Exactly. Yeah. The world feels empty. I actually, like, there are treasure chests, there are monsters to fight, but like I agree. It doesn't feel like there are, like, I don't know, a lot of NPCs out in the world roaming and things to do. So I do, like, to some extent believe that it could feel more lived in. The movement can be sluggish. I actually think the movement's okay. I haven't really encountered any issues with the movement. But, I mean, I don't know what they meant when they said that. I just saw lots of people saying, you know, the movement was sluggish. So I was like, well, I'll put that in as a negative, because there are an overwhelming amount of people that seem to be, you know, echoing that sentiment. And then there are lots of disconnects and server instability issues, which is definitely apparent. There's still people, as of this minute, unable to get into the game because of the server instability. But not everyone is having issues. Yeah, like FaZe just said, I have no problem on mobile. And these were my thoughts. I thought the game was fun, because it is. I thought the game looks great, because it does. I thought it played well, because it does. It definitely has some issues. It does. It's not perfect. No game is infallible. No game is perfect, although, you know, certain game communities would lead you to believe they are. All things can be very easily smoothed out over time. I love the removal of the stamina and the character gacha. I love how the skins can fit around every single character, big and small. I'm glad they chose the same voice actors as Wuthering Waves and Reverse 1999 because they are incredibly talented. I think the story is definitely one of the weak points so far. It's okay, it's nothing great, but let's be real, most of the big gacha games right now, remember this was built as a gacha game first, so this does apply. It started off slow as well, so we need to give them time to cook. Overall, I think that they address the issues that players have brought to their attention while opening up to feedback for players to leave. It's a good first day. Looking forward to continuing to play this on stream and seeing how they adapt to player concerns. And so far, it's been great. No, they did. They actually did. They made a tweet, let's see, 8:40 a.m. today. That was 6 hours ago. Wait, no, that was 8 hours ago. Going over, I guess, the day one feedback that they've received. Yo, I don't mean to interrupt the video, but I need to take a moment here to thank all my incredible patrons over on Patreon whose support continues to allow for me to do regular videos like this every single day on this channel. Thank y'all so much, including our YouTube channel members. You guys mean the world to me. So do you guys as viewers as well. Now, without further ado, let's continue. You don't like this game? That's totally fine. That's totally fine. Not everyone's gonna like the game. So they stated, to ensure a better gaming experience, Duet will continue to address in-game issues. We apologize for any inconvenience caused during these fixes. Specific known issues are being actively worked on and will be resolved in future updates. Thank you for your continued support and understanding. So there are update details on the 28th, that was earlier today. Fix black screen flickering, fix quest progression, halting at the elevator stage, game processes sometimes remaining active in the background after exiting. That's a big one. I hate when games do that. There are certain games, certain gacha games that do that. Fix pop-up windows not being navigatable, fix co-op mission crashes, inability to use in-game share functions, missing text translations, and they gave premium currency, 100 Foxine for players for the short downtime, I think, that came with it. In addition to the issues already resolved, we're currently investigating the causes of other frequently reported problems, including update failures and crashes during the shader compilation stage. A gradual fix is planned for a subsequent update. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused. Please contact our customer service team if you have encountered any issues. They then link to the customer service. Regarding mobile graphical quality and control experience, so the graphical quality for mobile is definitely something they know about, which is something I noted here, poor graphics on mobile. We are actively collecting and reviewing your feedback. We'll share a more detailed plan via announcements once it's finalized. To be transparent, while specific optimizations were made for the global launch version compared to the closed beta 2 build, we acknowledge that the results still fall short of community expectations. Improving this has been assigned our highest priority, and we kindly ask for your patience as we work on it. Thank you. Furthermore, we've noticed discussions concerning material costs for Intron level progression. I'd like to provide clarification. For character Intron level progression, you may choose to use either Thought times 30 or Plummel times 4,500. For each additional thought you possess, required Foxine Plummel cost decreases by 150. We apologize for any confusion caused by the current UI presentation of this function. A UI optimization to address this is scheduled for a future version. Okay, great. So I think that's really good. I think that's good. They have confirmed they're having plenty of issues. They've confirmed they've already fixed a bunch of issues. They've confirmed they are in the process of fixing future issues. So they're not trying to hide anything, right? Within what? The game went live at, I think, 9:30 p.m. last night. And within 11 hours, they actually already had fixes, updates, everything. How many days did it take Stellasaur to even address that there were player concerns? Like 3 days, 5 days, 6 days? And yeah. So Chaos Zero Nightmare within 24 hours issued statements saying that they were working on fixes for the game and for issues players were having. Duet Night Abyss within 12 hours, 11 hours actually, issued a statement saying they'd already fixed several issues and were working on more. I mean, evidently these two games have been doing very well and were received, I mean, you know, not completely positively, but they've been both received well-ish, well adjacent in some aspects, some scenarios. Duet Night Abyss definitely has room for improvement, especially on mobile, but at the end of the day, I think they've handled it well. they're addressing things, and they're actually making sufficient changes to the game that players are going to appreciate. And I think at the end, that is very important. It took Stellar Sora basically a week, 5 days. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. That was crazy. It took Stellar Sora literally like close enough to a week, but doing Abyss within 11 hours and Chaos Zero Nightmare in under 24 hours. So there you go. Chaos Zero has also done great post-launch fixing. Exactly. So I think both games have done very well, and both games have been addressing player concerns, and the combination of both makes for good games with healthy futures. Also, chat, if you haven't already, go ahead and join our Gacha Hub Twitter community, where, you know, we go on to discuss and share everything in the gacha genre. I know you think that you just hit the end of the video, and technically, yeah, you have. And I know your first reaction is to close out of it at this juncture, but don't. No, instead, I urge you to take a moment here and click one of the videos on screen that are coming up in just a moment, so you remain up to date with everything going on in the gacha genre. Trust me, you're not going to regret doing so. Stay flaccid.